Hello, I'm Jody Wolf. You're watching Expoz. It is October 20, 2018, 12:45 a.m. Birmingham. And topic is a red tsunami just caught up with a blue wave and destroyed it. Repeat, a red tsunami just destroyed a blue wave, and it changed all November 6 elections projections in an instant. And this is how it was done. Guys, don't forget, we are here. Trump is here. We're doing this well because a man, and more than one, saw prophecy. God gave them prophecy. Kim Clements clearly saw Trump before he knew the man. Had no idea who Trump was in 2007, that Trump would be the trumpet, and he would be here for 8 years for the United States. And the United States would have many, many gains on its side because of that. The United States would have a man who's a godly man who didn't pray until he got here, but he become a praying president. We will have prosperity on our side. We will reap sevenfold by what we have given out since the last 70 years, the money we've given out to support nations that used it against us. All this is returning sevenfold. We're going to prosper like no one's business. We will have a red tsunami come November the 6th. Blue wave, that's just a pipe dream for many people. And keep in mind, he's not the only one that saw this prophecy. So now, how do you stop these things, the blue wave? Well, we already have. We just believe that God has already made that choice for us, that he has told us in advance what was going to happen. He told us that we'd have Trump for 8 years. So this means that there will be a red tsunami come November 6, 2018. There's so many things that's going to happen for this nation beginning on that date, on November 6. John 14, verse 1 through 3. Jesus said, "Let your heart not be troubled. You believe in God, believe also in me. In my Father's house are many mansions. If it were not so, I would have told you. I go and I prepare a place for you. And if I go and prepare a place for you, I will return again and I'll receive you to myself, that where I am, you may be also." Jesus said that. Now, what is that? That's John 14, 1 through 3. Now, keep in mind, this is the same manner in which when a Jew marries, he goes to his father's house, he builds a place for he and his wife, but he does not return for his bride until he's done. And there's no preset time. When he returns for her, it is a complete surprise to her that she came. This is in likewise that he will come after us. This is called a rapture of the church. Before a blue wave could destroy this nation, I'm saying we will have a rapture of the church. And John said this. Keep in mind, he said this. And now, how did we get there? Well, we got there by when you read 1 Thessalonians 4 in rapture, clearly read there's been a taking up in 1 Thessalonians chapter 4. So when we were taken up, that meant that there had to be millions. I don't mean millions. I mean millions of people will come down with Jesus at the end, riding on white horses, to end and stop the battle of Armageddon and to get the elect and save them. Because if that war was not cut short, no life would have been left. Keep in mind, already more than half of the population has died under this battle. This battle, all these things could have been expedited much quicker, but by the fact that we have people that receive prophecies from God and that tell us what these prophecies are, that gives us hope. That gives us time to go and really search and see what Jesus said and who Jesus really is. He's a Son of God. And He's doing this for us. I'm telling you, He told us what was going to happen to this country in the end of days. And Trump is here because of that. Kavanaugh will stay seated just as he was elected and sworn in to be. Trump will be here as president for 8 years. That's 6 more years to go. This country is not going anywhere, but there will not be a blue wave of any type. There will be a sound, very sound and complete defeat of the liberal and the Democrat, both sides, the House, the Senate. Neither of them will gain positions. Neither of them will have power in the upcoming 2 years, and more than likely, it will take them many, many, many years to rebuild. Guys, we have hope. We have what God has already told us through men that He trusts, through people He trusts. Kim Clements is one of those. The fireman, Mark, is another one of those. And there are many more. These aren't just 2. There's many more. And I'm going to tell you, personally, I'm just thrilled to know in advance what's going to happen at the November 6th elections. I already know what's going to happen, because if the other happened, if they soundly defeated the Republican side and the conservative, well, then these prophecies that had been given to Kim Clements couldn't have come to pass. Think about that. Then Trump probably wouldn't be here today. God saved us and gave us some time years ago when He brought up Trump for this time. Trump's been here 2 years, and he'll be here at least 6 more years. So count on a blessing to hit this nation, one that you've never dreamed of. And forget this blue wave stuff. It's not going to happen for many, many, many years. Let me say something else. That sadly, I'm listening to Jen Markell, and she said anyone under the age of 50 has already been indoctrinated in this social plan. They know, about socialism. And let me tell you, he's not the only one. She's not the only one. But listen to this Beatles song by John Lennon back in 1971, Imagine. Imagine there's no country. It isn't hard to do, nothing to kill or die for, and no religion too. Imagine all the people living a life in peace. Guys, that cannot happen. That cannot happen. It cannot be done, because we know what comes. We know that Agenda 21 is coming. We know that the newly announced, whoever he will take place and be the leader of the New World Order. And we also know that we will be taken out of here before that person's name can be made known. The Holy Spirit and the Antichrist cannot inhabit the same area, the same place, and be in charge. The Holy Spirit would never allow him to rule over those who are already saved. Keep that in mind. Jody Wolf Exposed.